Rainbow's otherworldly lab, nestled within ancient ruins, vibrates with a mysterious energy. Rainbow, her eyes sparkling with mischief, meticulously prepares a glowing syringe. Exotic animals in cages watch, their unnerving intelligence hinting at unseen depths. She injects a small, ordinary lizard, its scales a dull contrast to the lab's vibrant glow. The lizard shimmers, its scales bursting with iridescent colors as it begins to grow. The air crackles with raw magical energy, a testament to Rainbow's audacious experiment. Flickering torchlight casts dancing shadows across the opulent royal council chamber, hinting at hidden fears. King Alara, stern and weary, presides over a polished table, his gaze heavy with the burdens of rule. Anxious nobles huddle, their faces etched with worry as hushed whispers fill the tense air. Darius, a young royal guard, stands vigilant beside the king, his hand instinctively gripping his sword hilt. The air crackles with palpable tension, a silent storm brewing within the chamber. The gilded furniture and rich tapestries seem to absorb the unspoken dread, amplifying the oppressive atmosphere. Dappled sunlight filters through the ancient canopy, illuminating the forest floor as Ruby walks with a deliberate, measured pace. Her weathered face, etched with centuries, reveals eyes that hold the profound weight of forgotten lore and untold stories. Ruby's serene gaze narrows, focusing on an otherworldly patch of flora, pulsating with a soft, ethereal glow. The abnormally large petals and leaves of the strange plants reveal an unsettling sign of magical disturbance. A deep concern etches itself onto her features, a silent acknowledgement of a growing imbalance in the natural world. In Rainbow's hidden sanctum, the dim light catches on shimmering vials, casting an ethereal glow on her work. Rainbow is hunched over a work table, her hands deftly sketching intricate diagrams on parchment, her ambition palpable. Perched on her shoulder, a small winged creature with iridescent scales gently nuzzles her cheek. Rainbow's lips curl into a smile, a complex blend of triumph and unease flickering in her eyes. Her intense focus and the creature's affection create a dramatic tableau of creation and unsettling power. The village marketplace bursts with vibrant life, a cacophony of merchants hawking wares and villagers haggling. Children dart through the bustling crowd, their laughter echoing amidst the lively chaos of the day. Suddenly, an unnatural shadow falls, chilling the festive air as a mutated, oversized squirrel appears. Its eyes glow with an eerie, unnatural light as it swiftly snatches a merchant's goods, sparking terror. A wave of raw panic ripples through the marketplace, scattering the crowd in disarray and fear. Kane, a street urchin, deftly dodges the creature, his eyes wide with a mix of fear and strange fascination. In the royal palace, Darius sits at a heavy wooden desk, surrounded by towering stacks of ancient texts. A single flickering candle casts dancing shadows, illuminating the room in a ghostly, ethereal glow. He pores over brittle pages, his brow furrowed, a silent testament to his desperate search for answers. The records detail past magical anomalies, hinting at the true nature of the unfolding events. An urgent energy hums beneath his focused demeanor, a storm brewing within his mind. Ruby steps into the mutated forest, where trees twist into unnatural, gnarled shapes, reaching like skeletal fingers. Bioluminescent fungi pulse with an ethereal glow, casting an otherworldly light upon the forest floor. A family of deer appears, their antlers adorned with shimmering crystal growths, a breathtaking and unsettling sight. The deer initially recoil, their eyes wide with fear, reflecting the strange, glowing forest around them. Ruby moves with cautious grace, her slow, deliberate steps, a silent promise of no harm. Her gentle presence calms the deer, their fear subsiding as they watch her with growing curiosity. Rainbow, her brow furrowed in concentration, peers into a magical microscope, her world narrowing to the wonders before her. The intricate cellular structure of a blood sample glows under the lens, displaying unprecedented rapid growth. She is completely absorbed in the discovery, oblivious to any potential ramifications. Her eyes, wide with wonder, reflect the glowing, adapting cells. A whisper escapes her lips. The potential. It's limitless. The sun blazes down on the royal training grounds, illuminating the glint of polished armor. Darius, a figure of strength and precision, parries a blow, sweat gleaming on his brow as he moves with fluid power. He barks orders, his voice cutting through the air, correcting stances with undeniable leadership. A fleeting shadow of concern crosses Darius's face, a stark contrast to his commanding presence. He pushes himself harder, each strike more forceful, each block a testament to his resolve. Darius's intense focus betrays his acute awareness of the escalating crisis looming over them. In his hidden sanctuary, Cain, lean and focused, stands amidst a collection of scavenged trinkets, a world of survival around him. He raises a small, sharp object, his eyes fixed on a crudely drawn target on the far wall, his gaze unwavering. With a flick of his wrist, the object flies true, embedding itself with a soft, resonant thud. He retrieves another, his movements fluid and precise, a silent testament to constant readiness. Survival, a grim and ever-present shadow, clings to Cain as he moves with practiced, deadly grace. A desolate landscape shimmers under a searing sun, the horizon a wavy mirage of heat and dust. From this distorted heat haze, a lone figure, Death Petal, begins to emerge, their form taking shape. Death Petal's silhouette resolves, a striking blend of human and plant-like features, radiating quiet strength. Their eyes, pools of ancient wisdom, reflect the vast, empty expanse of the landscape. The stark beauty of Death Petal's unique form is highlighted against the harsh, shimmering backdrop. Death Petal stands as an enigmatic sentinel, an ancient soul surveying a world of endless, silent desolation. Sunlight streams through the tall, arched windows of the throne room, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. King Alara, burdened by his crown, sits on his ornate throne, a scroll clutched tightly in his hand. His gaze sweeps across his assembled advisors, their faces etched with palpable concern. The weight of his crown seems to press down on his brow, a visible burden of kingship. A moment of heavy silence hangs in the air, thick with unspoken worries and anticipation. The night air crackles with the sharp scent of ozone, a wild, untamed energy hanging heavy. From a shadowed distance, I watch Death Petal, a knot of awe and fear tightening in my stomach. Death Petal moves with an ethereal grace, a silent symphony of calm amidst the chaos. It effortlessly soothes a group of agitated, mutated animals, their fury melting into submission. A chilling certainty washes over me. I have created something far beyond my control. The creature's power is absolute, a silent testament to its terrifying, beautiful dominion. Sunlight spills through a leafy canopy, dappling the floor of Ruby's hidden sanctuary, a haven of vibrant herbs and ancient glowing crystals. Ruby sits in serene meditation, her eyes closed, a subtle furrow on her brow, hinting at unseen disturbances beyond her peaceful grove. Her hands reach out, an invisible current connecting her to the pulsing crystals and the ancient energies of the natural world. She seeks guidance, her connection to the earth, a palpable force against the growing unrest she senses. Sunlight dapples the forest floor as Darius, a seasoned patrol leader, moves with wary grace, his eyes scanning the destruction. Uprooted trees and deep gouges in the earth mark the path of a large mutated beast, a chilling trail of devastation. He spots a small, terrified child, trembling in the undergrowth, and his hardened expression softens with protective instinct. Darius offers comfort, his voice a soothing balm. "It's all right, little one. You're safe now." In Cain's hideout, shadows dance ominously, cloaking every corner in an unsettling stillness. From a dark corner, Cain's gaze is drawn to two shadowy figures, their voices a low, conspiratorial murmur. Though their faces are obscured, their hushed tones slice through the quiet, reaching Cain with chilling clarity. Cain's ears perk up, an instinctual response to the ominous whispers of Rainbow's creations and a powerful new protector. A chilling shiver runs down Cain's spine. He senses either a burgeoning opportunity or an impending danger. A throng of villagers, their faces contorted with fear and anger, confront Rainbow outside her lab, their voices a cacophony. Rainbow attempts to explain, her hands gesturing wildly, her scientific jargon only deepening their apprehension. The air crackles with escalating tension, a silent battle of understanding against mounting suspicion. Her words, meant to clarify, instead amplify the villagers' fear, sealing her fate in their eyes. The airship dock bustles with frenetic energy, a symphony of activity and purpose. A sleek, fantastical airship, its polished hull gleaming like a jewel, prepares for its grand departure. Ruby stands poised at the ramp, her gaze sweeping over the organized chaos below with quiet intensity. The sunlight catches the airship's metallic sheen, a beacon of adventure against the vast sky. A profound sense of purpose settles over Ruby, her features hardening with dawning resolve. This moment marks the true beginning of her journey, an imminent intervention etched in her determined expression. Inside the airship cabin, Ruby's brow is furrowed in deep concentration, her gaze fixed on a map, unfurled across a polished table. Her finger traces the intricate, spreading patterns of the mutations. A silent battle of wits playing out on the ancient parchment. Darius approaches, his face etched with concern, his eyes seeking Ruby's wisdom in the face of impending doom. His voice, heavy with urgency, cuts through the cabin's silence. "What can we do, Ruby?" Ruby's response is firm, her gaze still on the map. "We must understand before we can act." High above, an airship sails through clouds, a magnificent vessel against the boundless blue. The airship cuts through the vast blue, a symbol of human ingenuity against nature's grandeur. Below, the world unfolds, a sprawling canvas of vibrant green and scarred, desolate earth. The landscape divides sharply, revealing lush, untouched zones beside areas twisted by mutation. A stark contrast marks the land, where verdant life meets the barren, blighted scars of a transformed world. The airship glides onward, a silent witness to the world's fractured beauty and its hidden horrors. Kane peers through the reinforced glass of the airship, his face etched with a mix of awe and trepidation. Below, a ravaged landscape unfolds, a scarred tapestry of mutated flora and broken structures stretching to the horizon. His wide eyes fixate on Death Petal, a lone figure moving with grace and purpose through the desolation. Death Petal kneels, offering solace to injured humans and animals, their suffering momentarily eased by her tender touch. A flicker of hope ignites within Kane, a tiny spark in the vast, overwhelming desolation of his world. Rainbow sits hunched over her desk, surrounded by glowing monitors and mountains of paper, the night air heavy with her work. Her eyes, wide with exhaustion and dawning horror, scan intricate patterns and complex equations in her notes. A cold, creeping regret settles in her chest, the unintended consequences of her work becoming chillingly clear. The full gravity of her actions presses down on her, an invisible weight in the silent lab. She grips the edge of the desk, knuckles white, as the chilling realization of her discoveries sinks in. The opulent throne room, usually serene, now echoes with a cacophony of raised voices, mirroring the kingdom's turmoil. King Elara, his face etched with stern resolve, stands before his gilded throne, listening intently to the fervent debate. One faction of advisors, hands gesturing wildly, passionately argues for aggressive action against the monstrous creatures. Another group, their faces subdued, advocates for caution, their worried voices underscoring the kingdom's deep division. Darius and his patrol move with extreme caution through a treacherous swamp, the air thick with oppressive humidity. Giant, bioluminescent plants, grotesquely twisted, emit an eerie, otherworldly glow, painting the swamp in spectral light. Strange, elongated shadows dance and writhe, cast by the mutant flora, adding to the swamp's unsettling atmosphere. Every step taken by Darius and his patrol is deliberate, each movement a silent testament to the danger lurking beneath. They are on a desperate mission, their resolve etched in their faces, to rescue trapped civilians from this mutated nightmare. Sunlight dapples through the forest canopy, painting the clearing in shifting patterns of light and shadow. Ruby stands, her expression a delicate balance of softness and unwavering resolve amidst the quiet of the woods. Across from her, Death Petal remains still, a serene and enigmatic presence. A silent understanding passes between them, a profound recognition of shared burdens hanging in the air. Ruby slowly extends a hand, an unspoken offer of solace and gentle guidance. Death Petal inclines their head, a subtle yet powerful acknowledgement of Ruby's presence and her heartfelt offer. In the airship cabin, Kane, a street-smart boy, approaches Darius, his demeanor radiating palpable nervousness. He clutches a crumpled piece of paper, a testament to the weight of his secret. Darius, a man of imposing authority, leans forward, his gaze fixed on Kane, a flicker of shrewd recognition in his eyes. Kane speaks, his voice a nervous tremor. I got some intel on Rainbow and Death Petal, sir. It ain't much, but it might help." Darius, his voice low and commanding, beckons. Go on, Kane. I'm listening. Rainbow's hands tremble as she meticulously mixes solutions in her makeshift outdoor lab, a mutated bird on a perch beside her. With a deep breath, Rainbow carefully draws a syringe, her gaze fixed on the discolored and twisted feathers of the bird. A shimmering light emanates from the creature as Rainbow injects it, its deformed body slowly reverting to its vibrant form. A fragile hope, almost visible, begins to bloom in Rainbow's eyes as the bird transforms before her. A colossal airship, a behemoth of steel and canvas, is under siege, battling for survival against a monstrous aerial onslaught. Grotesque mutated flying creatures, hybrids of bat and pterodactyl, claw and tear relentlessly at the airship's hull. Darius, a blur of motion, leaps across the deck, his movements fluid and precise as he confronts the terrifying airborne beasts. With a swift, powerful kick, Darius parries a creature's attack, his agility a stark contrast to the chaos surrounding him. Surprisingly agile, Kane swings a heavy wrench, knocking another creature off its perch, a formidable force against the invaders. Back to back, Darius and Kane form an unyielding duo, their combined strength a beacon of defiance against the relentless onslaught. The airship's medical bay hums with a low mechanical thrum, a stark contrast to the quiet urgency within. Ruby's hands move with practiced grace, cleaning a wound on a crew member, her expression calm amidst the tension. She gently applies a poultice of herbs, the fragrant scent of wildflowers filling the sterile air, a balm to the urgency. Her steady gaze and tender touch offer a beacon of hope in the heart of the airship. Sunlight streams through crumbling archways, illuminating ancient ruins reclaimed by nature. Death Petal, a figure of silent strength, moves with purpose through the overgrown remnants. A diverse group of mutated animals follows closely behind Death Petal, their eyes wide with trust. The group navigates the perilous path, a silent journey towards a hidden sanctuary. Death Petal's silhouette stands against the sun-drenched ruins, a guardian protecting the innocent. The journey continues, a solemn procession seeking refuge in the heart of the ancient world. Moonlight slices through the royal study, illuminating King Alara hunched over his ornate desk, burdened by his crown. He rereads a parchment, his brow furrowed in deep thought, his gaze distant. Flickering candlelight casts dancing shadows, mirroring the king's silent internal struggle. Ruby's words echo, a quiet conflict between duty's harsh demand and compassion's gentle pull. Rainbow, a lone silhouette, navigates the treacherous, alien landscape of the mutated mountain range, her resolve unwavering. Her eyes, sharp and focused, meticulously scan the bizarre flora and rock formations, searching for a hidden clue. A silent determination etches itself onto her face, reflecting her unwavering commitment to her perilous quest. Driven by a focused urgency, she moves with purpose, each step bringing her closer to the rare ingredient she seeks. In the airship command center, Darius and Kane lean over a holographic map, their faces bathed in its ethereal glow. Darius, stern and focused, points a decisive finger at a jagged mountain range, his gaze unwavering. Kane, thoughtful and deliberate, traces a path across the map, his finger moving with calculated precision. He taps specific points, his expression revealing a deep understanding of the treacherous terrain. Two minds, distinct yet harmonious, work in silent synergy, their combined expertise charting a course through the unknown. Ruby approaches the lab with a firm stride, her resolve radiating through the air. Rainbow stands with a defensive posture, a silent challenge in her eyes. The tension between them is a palpable force, a silent standoff. Ruby's gaze, unwavering, conveys a complex mix of determination and empathy. We need to talk about accountability, Rainbow, and the importance of human connection, Ruby states. Rainbow's guarded expression slowly softens, a flicker of vulnerability crossing her face. Rainbow, her face smudged with grease and resolve, gestures toward a bubbling, mysterious concoction. Ruby watches intently, her gaze fixed on the potential antidote and the fervent hope in Rainbow's eyes. A fragile, unspoken understanding flickers between them, a silent pact forming in the chaotic lab. The air crackles with the nascent spark of a tentative alliance, forged in the crucible of shared purpose. Under a hazy sun, mutated plains stretch endlessly, flora twisted into unnatural, vibrant hues. Amidst this alien landscape, Death Petal stands, a figure of calm, potent power. Royal guards, their armor gleaming, aggressively advance towards a cluster of mutated creatures, weapons drawn. Death Petal's presence is a palpable force, their gaze unwavering, their stance resolute. With controlled grace, Death Petal moves, positioning themselves between the guards and the creatures. They are ready to defend, a silent, formidable guardian in the face of impending conflict. Sunlight streams through the arched windows of the grand throne room, illuminating dancing dust motes. King Alara, a figure of stern authority, sits upon his massive, ornate throne, his gaze unwavering. Darius stands before the king, earnestly gesturing with scrolls and diagrams, presenting his evidence. His words reveal that not all mutated creatures are hostile, and Rainbow is developing a solution. A flicker of doubt, then understanding, crosses King Alara's face as his hardened resolve visibly softens. Under the cloak of night, Rainbow's lab hums with the focused energy of 4 individuals, a symphony of purpose. Rainbow, Ruby, Darius, and Cain move with synchronized precision, their actions a ballet of collaboration. The once chaotic lab now pulses with a new, shared purpose, transforming disarray into dynamic order. Each movement contributes to the mass production of the antidote, a beacon of hope in the night. Sunlight dapples the forest floor as a team of scientists, their faces etched with concern, move among mutated animals. A scientist carefully administers a glowing antidote to a grotesque, aggressive creature. The once distorted animal shivers and convulses, its form slowly receding as the antidote takes effect. The creature transforms, returning to its original, familiar shape, a miracle unfolding before their eyes. A collective, almost audible, sigh of relief ripples through the trees as the forest itself seems to exhale. Sunlight bathes the grand gates of the royal palace, where King Alara stands before a vast, expectant crowd. Their faces, once etched with fear, now hold a flicker of anticipation as King Alara begins to speak. With a resonant voice, King Alara declares, "My people, today marks the dawn of a new era, an era of understanding, of coexistence with the creatures we once feared. We shall build bridges, not walls." The crowd erupts in thunderous cheers, a powerful wave of renewed hope washing over the square. Beneath a merciless sun, the skeletal remains of a once great city stretch, twisted rebar clawing at the sky. Amidst the choking rubble, Death Petal moves with ethereal grace, a living paradox of devastation and rejuvenation. Vibrant, glowing energy flows from Death Petal, lifting collapsed structures and breathing life into barren earth. A beacon of hope, Death Petal meticulously transforms the ruins, one brick, one plant, at a time. In the soft glow of her lab, Rainbow gazes intently at a framed photograph of Natish, a silent plea in her eyes. A profound yearning for reconciliation etches itself onto Rainbow's features, a silent agony of separation. Ruby watches from the shadows, a knowing smile playing on her lips, observing the poignant scene. The air thick with unspoken emotions, Ruby's gaze holds a hint of mischief, a secret understanding. Rainbow's soft footsteps whisper on the overgrown path, leading her to Natish's secluded garden. Sunlight dapples through dense foliage, illuminating exotic plants in a riot of vibrant hues. Natish, her back turned, delicately tends to a bloom, unaware of the approaching presence. She turns, her face initially guarded, but a spark of recognition ignites in her eyes. Rainbow and Natish sit opposite each other, the air thick with unspoken history, a heavy silence filling Natish's home. Rainbow's hands fidget in her lap, her gaze downcast, a silent plea hanging in the quiet room. Natish watches her, a complex mix of emotions playing across her face, a lifetime of memories in her eyes. Rainbow's voice, barely a whisper, breaks the tension. "I'm so sorry, Natish, for everything I did, for how I acted back then. I really am." Natish replies, her voice laden with history. "It's been a long time, Rainbow. A very long time." In Natish's garden, the sisters embrace, tears of forgiveness and joy streaming down their faces. The garden's magical energy intensifies around them, a radiant aura reflecting their profound reconciliation. A new chapter unfolds, marked by their shared tears and the garden's glowing affirmation. The air shimmers with renewed hope as their embrace solidifies a bond once broken, now stronger than ever. Under the dappled light of the dense jungle canopy, Ruby, Darius, and Cain navigate a winding, narrow path. Cain, transformed from a street urchin, carries himself with newfound purpose, his eyes keenly scanning the vibrant surroundings. Darius turns to Ruby, his face etched with profound gratitude, a silent testament to her vital role. His voice resonates with heartfelt sincerity. "We couldn't have done it without you." King Elara stands on the royal balcony, sunlight illuminating his regal profile as he surveys his domain. His gaze sweeps over a vibrant tapestry of bustling streets and fertile lands, a kingdom now more resilient. A sense of quiet pride washes over King Elara, seeing his unified realm thrive under his watchful eye. In the distance, a majestic death petal soars, a silent, powerful guardian, watching over all. Sunlight filters through a vibrant canopy of magically enhanced flora, illuminating Rainbow's pristine, open-air laboratory. Rainbow, her expression thoughtful and focused, meticulously tends to a glowing, crystalline plant. The air hums with a gentle, harmonious energy, a stark contrast to the chaotic experiments of the past. Natish observes, a silent guardian, offering quiet guidance, a mentor's steady presence. Wisdom and responsibility now guide Rainbow's every delicate movement, each experiment a testament to growth. Her hands move with precision, a quiet dedication to the magic and science intertwining in her new sanctuary. A vibrant green tide reclaims abandoned cityscapes, ivy embracing crumbling skyscrapers like ancient monuments. Crystal clear rivers, once choked with debris, now meander through verdant valleys, reflecting a pristine sky. Children laugh, their hands intertwined with the shimmering fur of small, iridescent creatures, once feared, now cherished. Farmers tend to fields ablaze with unusual, glowing crops, a testament to nature's wondrous resurgence. The air hums with a quiet, collective effort, a symphony of healing and hope echoing across the revitalized land. The world, once scarred and broken, now flourishes in a breathtaking display of resilience and renewed life. Ruby, Darius, Cain, Rainbow, Natish, and Death Petal stand as one on a hill, overlooking their kingdom. The sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in fiery hues of orange and gold. Their forms are silhouetted against the vibrant backdrop, a testament to their unwavering bond. A gentle breeze rustles through the grass, carrying a sense of profound peace across the land. The world, for this fleeting moment, is held in perfect, breathtaking harmony.